even more characters have been announced for Mortal Kombat 1. That's right, there's 2 of them, which I know sounds crazy because we already had 6 new characters get announced, and then 3 more characters after that, and then 2 cameo characters as well, and even an Easter egg character who's secret to everybody. But now, after all of that, 2 more characters are coming to Mortal Kombat 1. So let's talk about it in today's video, because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a ton. And without any further ado, let's begin. But first, did you know that I'm partnered with GamerSupps? Well, it's true, and guess what else? There's a brand new waifu coming with her own cup and art poster and some t-shirts, even some shoes and swim trunks. That's right, her name is Eshi-sama, and you want to order quickly because supplies are always gone immediately. These new waifu designs sell out right away, which is why you want to use my link down below and code DOG at checkout to get yourself an amazing discount. GamerSupps is delicious, keto friendly, zero sugar, and best of all, they support YouTubers like myself. Every purchase you make goes directly back into the channel and supports everything I do. So what are you waiting for? Check out GamerSupps today and get your hands on the new waifu cup and merchandise. Alright, and back to the video. 2 new characters have been announced for Mortal Kombat 1, and there's some fan favorites too, which is definitely awesome and cause for excitement, but there is a bit of a caveat. These are going to be cameo characters. That's right, so not fully playable, but even so, they are fan favorite characters that are returning to the roster, and I still think that's really exciting. Okay, so let's hop on over to Twitter, and as you can see, Interloco, one of the premier data miners in the community, has said, guys, don't hype. I will just leave this here and bookmark it to come back later and see how it ages. Cameos for Kombat Pack 3, or whatever they call it, Aaron Black and Nightwolf. Chameleon to be a part of story mode expansion fight, same as it was for Kalima in the first part of the story. And there you have it, everyone. It looks very likely that Aaron Black and Nightwolf will return to Mortal Kombat 1, but it's going to be for Kombat Pack number 3, which is after the Chaos Reigns story expansion. That's pretty much Kombat Pack 2. That's what the players and fans are calling it. So this other DLC bundle that Interloco is talking about is going to come afterwards, which is why they're calling it Kombat Pack 3. Now with that being said, I'm certain that Kombat Pack 3 is not going to be the official title, but you get the idea, right? Nightwolf and Aaron Black are not going to arrive yet with this next DLC bundle known as Chaos Reigns. Instead, they'll be arriving likely in Kombat Pack 3, along with 3 fully playable characters that are pretty much confirmed more or less. And just in case you're brand new to my channel and you don't know who those 3 characters are, it's Jade, Cassie Cage, and Kung Jin. Those 3 characters are going to be fully playable, and they're pretty much confirmed by intro dialogue that's been in the game's data file since day 1. However, Nightwolf and Aaron Black are going to be cameos, and this is the first time we've heard anything about them. And having new cameos in Mortal Kombat 1 is a bigger deal than you might think because, believe it or not, Chaos Reigns is not going to have any cameo characters whatsoever. That's right, we get 6 fully playable characters, which is definitely awesome, 3 Mortal Kombat characters and 3 guest characters. That's always incredible, but shockingly enough, there's not going to be any cameo characters to partner with these fully playable characters, which honestly, now that I think about it, might actually be a good thing because you're getting 3 characters right away when the DLC drops, and then soon after the other characters are dropping, likely on a monthly basis, because this time we don't have to wait for the cameo characters. So for example, with the first Kombat Pack, you would get a fully playable character, and then next month would be a cameo, and then rinse and repeat. But now there's not going to be any cameo characters, which could mean every month we're getting a fully playable character. That sounds really cool and exciting. And that's why I'm thinking for most players, less cameos might be a blessing in disguise because it means you get the main characters that much faster. But even so, Mortal Kombat 1 is all about the cameo characters. That's this game's whole entire feature that makes it unique to other Mortal Kombat games. And as a result, it's kind of odd that we're not getting any cameo characters for an entire season pass, for an entire season of DLC. But at the same time, my fingers are crossed that maybe that means the existing cameos are gonna get way more sauce, or in other words, they're gonna get buffed, have some new attacks here and there. That would be really awesome, and I think it would do the game a lot of good. But as mentioned earlier, Kombat Pack 3 is going to get 2 new cameo characters at the very least, Nightwolf and Aaron Black. So real quick, let's talk about what their attacks are likely going to be. For Nightwolf, I think he's definitely gonna have the lightning ability, right? He's gotta be able to summon lightning like he has in past games, and in Mortal Kombat 11 they combined it with his bow and arrow, which I think was cool, but as a cameo character, I want it to be the regular lightning summon ability. He throws his hand up, lightning comes down and strikes the opponent, and since Rain in Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't do that exact attack, I think it's perfect for Nightwolf to have it. But then we have his shoulder tackle, and General Shao does not have that move in this game unless you fight one of his weird AIs in invasion mode, but the main character does not have it, so once again, I think Nightwolf would be perfect with this shoulder tackle. I think those first two attacks are all but guaranteed, so next up let's talk about an arrow attack or some sort of projectile ability. I think it's very likely that Nightwolf could have that, and possibly also a reflect because that's a very iconic part of his toolset. You can't really have Nightwolf without a reflect, and that would make him very strong because as of right now, I think only 2 or 3 cameos even have that ability, so Nightwolf would be kinda unique in that regard. And then for his fourth ability, I'm thinking he'll have some way of buffing the opponent, because in Mortal Kombat 11, he was all about that. He could buff his damage, he could buff his defense, and he could even buff his meter regen or stop the opponent's meter from regenerating. So I'm thinking in Mortal Kombat 1, he's gonna have something similar to that. Some sort of spell or magic ability that buffs the player or possibly debuffs the opponent. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What attacks do you think Nightwolf is going to have in Mortal Kombat 1 as a cameo character? Make sure to post any and all of your theories in the comments below because, like I say in all my videos, I truly do read each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Because next up, it's time to talk about Erron Black, and this is gonna be a bit trickier because the guy's only been in 2 games, so as a result, it's gonna be a bit trickier to predict what he has, but I'm guessing he's gotta have some kind of straight shot, right? Just a regular quick draw where he grabs the revolvers, pulls them out really fast, and shoots the opponent. In fact, it could even be an anti-air that actually juggles the opponent and holds them mid-air long enough for your main character to keep the combo going with a follow-up. Very similar to what some other cameo characters can do, like Scorpion, but it's gonna be faster because it's Erron Black, right? He's a cowboy, he's got the quick draw, the fastest hands in the West, so I'm guessing one of his abilities has to be a really quick gunshot. But then on top of that, keep in mind that Erron Black wields a rifle in the games too, both Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat X, so I'm guessing for Mortal Kombat 1, he's gonna have something similar, where he pulls out the whole rifle and either shoots several times at the ground or in the air. You get the idea. It's gonna be a more long-range attack that has some wind up to it, but it's gonna do some more damage and possibly even be a mix-up, or maybe even safe on block if he fires multiple shots. And then for Erron Black's third ability, I'm thinking a trap of some kind, whether it's the Caltrops from Mortal Kombat X or the Bear Trap from Mortal Kombat 11, which I definitely think would be a lot cooler. But either way, I think Erron Black's gonna have some sort of trap ability, and my fingers are crossed for the Bear Trap because that would be so sick. And then for his final ability, I'm thinking some sort of physical attack, like his slide from MK11 or his boot drop from MK11, something along those lines where Erron Black gets physical and doesn't actually shoot you or put a trap down. Instead, he gets right in there and kicks you in the face with his boots. I think for sure Erron Black has to have at least one attack like that. But one last time, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What attacks do you think Erron Black is going to have as a cameo character? I know for many of you watching, it's a bummer that neither one of these characters is going to be fully playable, and instead they're a cameo character, and sadly on top of that, it's very unlikely they're going to be a fully playable character because they're just not quite famous enough to be both of those spots. However, even so, I think this could be a good thing, believe it or not, so stay with me on this. I think the reason that Erron Black and Nightwolf are cameos in Mortal Kombat 1 is because NetherRealm has plans for them to be main characters in the sequel, which could be called Mortal Kombat 2 or whatever you want to call it, if it even happens at all, because WB might sell NetherRealm. Yup, that's right, it could happen, and we're going to talk more about that in the next video, but my point is, I think that Nightwolf and Erron Black are being saved for the next game as fully playable characters, which is why in Mortal Kombat 1 they're just the cameos. And for me personally, I think cameo characters are really fun, they bring tons of depth to the game, and it's so much fun to mix and match the cameos with your favorite main characters, and then if you're somebody like me who loves playing every single character, then that just means even more experimentation and fun of messing around with all the different characters. So even though Nightwolf and Aaron Black are likely only going to be cameo characters in Mortal Kombat 1, I still find that really exciting. But there you have it, everyone. Another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. It helps the channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.